Africa. Now, it seems so long ago, but this time last year, I was doing my first ever Art Galore show, celebrating phenomenal women for International Women's Day. This year, women all around the world are celebrating 100 years of International Women's Day. So why should Kenya be any different when a group of women came together to celebrate the visionary woman? The exhibition at the Nairobi National Museum, dubbed Visionary Woman, features 60 artworks created by women artists to commemorate courageous, resilient, and resourceful women trailblazers in the art world. Participating are artists from Germany, France, Italy, Kenya, Bolivia, Korea, Sudan, and the Gambia. Acknowledging these women leaders and their deeds is essential in realizing true equality and respect in their homes, places of work, and Kenya's society as a whole. Thus the name Visionary Woman.
We call together veteran women leaders to join this exhibition to celebrate with women artists, but more so for their honor, in their honor. If you see the title for this exhibition, it's Visionary Woman. That term is very powerful, visionary, because it talks about foresight, it talks about having a goal, it talks about, wading through the murky waters to get to a good point in time. It talks about sight, it talks about seeing, it talks about visuals. And there is no better way to communicate, really, than in the arts.
Their acts of courage and determination have played an extraordinary role in the quest for gender equality, and it is only fitting that they are immortalized through art, captured for the world to see. Sponsored in part by the Heinrich Böll Foundation, this exhibition celebrates every stride that women have made in the past 100 years. Joan Birika believes that art, like any other medium of communication, is something that women have been doing for years.
But visual art is also a powerful tool to say, read this painting, what do you see? How does it talk about Women's Day? How does it talk about the artist who has drawn it? What were they thinking? What are they feeling? What struggles are they bringing out? What jubilations are they trying to cast on canvas?
The pieces include oil, mixed media and acrylic paintings, glass and wood sculptures, and ceramics. In this exhibition, visitors will discover works of art that are rich in texture, detail, color, but most importantly, meaning.
We were able to look at art pieces and say, wow, people do have talent. If you look around this exhibition, I'm blown away at the talent levels. Diverse techniques, diverse points of view of the artists, different personalities behind the artwork, and we were proud of that. And the visitors that we have invited here, the public, members of the public, have been able to come. We've had a good response, at least from those who have written back.
This exhibition has touched women from all classes, colors and creeds, all taking in the awe and depth of creativity of women. This exhibition is unmistakably an array of color, creativity and talent. As I walked into the gallery, I was struck by a spectrum of color and design, shapes and textures, all authentic one-of-a-kind pieces. Generations of imagination come from every wall and corner of the gallery. Ruth Nyakundi is an artist who has been painting for over 20 years. As she puts it, she was bitten by the art bug at a young age and she was born to create.
I was brought up in rural area. I started painting when I was a child. That's when the spirit of painting started coming out when I was 4 years old. Until 1980s, that's when I started accepting my work, locally and internationally.
Youth does not use a wide and brazen spectrum of color, but instead uses texture in her pieces. This technique is all about layering on her pieces. She makes African contemporary pieces that mean different things to different people. These paintings give you the sense of power of coming together as women, an affirmation about what can be done when you are driven by passion to make a difference. Ruth uses mixed media to deal with the plight of women and record women at the grassroots level in their natural light.
My paintings are African, traditional African art formed into a contemporary African art. I paint according to emotion, because my emotions I put through my paintings. These are women who are fighting for their rights. Like now this painting, Strength of African Women, you can see. This is Ruth. When I was young, I was viewing the world, what the world holds for me.
As she puts it, art has empowered her to see places and talk to people that she would not have done ordinarily.
Like me, I was not able to speak before people. Now I can speak. I can give my opinions like other women, like other ambassadors, women, we have prime ministers who are women from Africa internationally, and then from Africa we have pioneer women.
This is a glimpse into remarkable contributions that women are making to influence environmental, economic and social justice. The only figurative paintings on display were from Shaila Dar, a self-tutored artist, and she paints because she is a passionate activist for women's rights. Traveling around the world, capturing the lost innocence of women, Shaila ardently opposes archaic, sexist ideas.
She's a very, very young girl. As you can see, she's got torn clothes, she's very dirty. She's a very young girl, but there is a look of immense sadness and lack of hope in her eyes, which you know, it really touched me. And this look I find everywhere. This is taken in Rajasthan, and this is a typical Rajasthani woman. Although I think if you look at her, you can place her in any situation, like maybe even in Sudan, Somalia. It's a universal kind of a look where we have women in such situations.
Her passion exudes in her paintings, as the expressions of these girls are forever captured on canvas. These girls live a life with no voice. Shaila is their voice. The gallery was covered with artwork from different artists, art poured from every corner of the room. I am a firm believer that culture is passed down from generation to generation, and that's why this exhibition is an important ode to the past and a form of Kenyan artistic talent. Our artists brought together over 20 women exhibited here today. A commemorative painting created by Hawa artists features young women standing at the roots of a gigantic, multicolored tree that symbolizes the achievements of women leaders.
So what we have here are the women of today, okay? They're standing on the roots of a gigantic purple tree. And this tree represents the achievements of women past. And these women, they're gazing up, looking at the flowers. And these flowers represent all the women, the courageous women who have come into this world and changed it for the better and left us with gifts, gems, the right to vote, the right to work, the right to be as whoever you want to be.
The art included sculptures of glass and wood from well-known artists such as Nani Kroes and Chelenge van Rampenberg. The wood sculptures deal with women's identity as property, not just an individual, something that is slowly changing. This mat by Yoni White was created with help from women in her village in an all-empowering exercise. This special exhibition will help you step inside the remarkable work and visible, tangible contributions. A compelling call to action to get involved in putting your fingerprint on history in your own right. This exhibition paid homage to female artists who paved the way. What has this Women's Day made these women feel?
Women's Day obviously is a time where women reflect and say, you know, what are those challenges that have been there in the past that we can overcome?
A message to the rest of the world and to the community and the international, what the women are, what the women do, and the work of women, and how strong the women are if they are given a spirit and opportunity.
It means everything to me. It means that I can walk into any boardroom. It means that I can walk into any classroom. It means that I can participate in government if I want. I can become an MP. I can become a president.
I must say that after speaking to all these women, I have never been so proud to be an African woman. I want to salute all the women in this exhibition who have paved the way for younger artists, or even all the women who made sure that we could vote, we could go to school, or even work. But most importantly, to my mother. I want to say that you can Facebook me, that's Art Galore Power Breakfast, or send me an email at artgalore@royalmedia.co.ke. I'll see you all next week, and don't forget to salute the women in your lives.